Hey, welcome here guys in another solo level in Rise video. And yes, today we're going to talk a little bit about the guild boss, improvements which I've done compared to the previous time. Is Akari going to be a new meta? And yeah, at the end of this video I'm going to show you a full battle. We'll have a closer look at my builds. I will explain what kind of changes I've done. But here, as you can see, results are pretty decent. And it's actually not a perfect run. I mean, there are quite a few moments which can be improved in terms of performance in general during the run. But first of all, I wanted to say just a huge shout out to my guildmates who actually helped me with all these changes in terms of my setups, team composition, and they've also explained me how to actually perform better during the run, what kind of aspects I should pay attention, and so on. So yeah, I mean, let's begin with Akari first of all, and her role in general. So she is a support unit for the light teams, specifically for Thomas Andre. She is a support specifically for Thomas, period. She also received a buff, and her animations, I mean her skills, are acting a bit better and faster in compared to what it was at the first day when she just got released. You may say, wait, how it actually can be considered even as a buff? It can be, and I mean, let's say you won't see a huge difference in a single rotation. But if we're talking on a bigger scale, in terms of the whole run, full battle, 3-4 minutes, this is going to be huge. What does it mean, faster animation? It means that buffs, which she provides, she's going to apply them faster. What does it mean? It means that other units in the team, they are going to receive these buffs earlier. And this actually changes the whole performance of the team during the full run. That's quite a lot. Can I consider it as enough buff for her? Well, it's a good question. I'm not sure. I actually think that not at all, and she requires some more buffs a bit in terms of her ultimate. If, for example, they're going to reduce cooldown of her ult, let's say by 10 seconds, and they will help with her gaining the power gauge a bit faster, this will be huge. Just incredible improvement in her performance and the whole team in general. This is going to be a lot. If it's going to be the case, I'm not sure, but we'll see. For now, this is the best setup which I was able to find thanks to my guildmates. And yeah, as you can see, Thomas' performance and damage output, it went somewhere into the sky. 4 billion. OMG. That's a lot. I mean, there are players, of course, who have better teams in general, and his damage is somewhere around 4.3, maybe even 4 point, close to 4.5 billions. That's a lot, man. I mean, that's really insane. The other change which you may already mentioned, yeah, I removed Mireille from my team. It's a big loss. I'm really disappointed, but it should have happened. Why? Yeah, she's a good DPS. She is going to be second after Thomas, but that's the only thing she can do. She can deal damage only. When all the other units, even other DPS units, they are applying several buffs as well, for which are going to be helpful for the whole team in general, which Mireille doesn't really do. Is it a big loss in terms of my final score? No, it became higher, quite honestly. The other change which you can do here in this team setup is to actually remove Min and replace him with Back. We'll have a look at teams in detail, so you will see his position potential, but for him requirements are pretty high in terms of advancements, in terms of his personal weapon. Weapon should be 810, there is no question about it. His advancement should be at least 8-8, and he should have like the perfect grid set, half grid set, and the other half obsidian set. In this case, the score is going to increase by a lot as well. But Min is way easier to prepare him. He doesn't have such requirements in compared to Back. This is just as an alternative for you guys. If you have him, if you have Back at higher advancement, you may use him. Yeah, so now let's get to my team setups. I'm going to show you everything step by step. So here we go with my team setup. And as you can see, what kind of changes I have for team A. Thomas, Isla on the second position, Ganhee. Why Isla on the second position? To actually buff herself, her ult, decrease the cooldown, and perform it faster. It's just the most optimal position for her, quite honestly. And in this case, using auto mode for ults in the first team isn't a big deal. They perform pretty well with auto mode, so there is no issue, quite honestly, in this case. For team B, I have Cha, Min, and Akari. Yeah, two support units. They're buffing Chai a little bit. They're providing buffs for Thomas as well. And the last team, Team C, Libora, Choi, and Hansemi. In this case, Choi and Libora are going to survive during the whole battle. Most of the times, sometimes Libora is going to die. At least in my case, I don't know why. She's made of paper, so yeah, it's a bit of a struggle for me. But I can deal with it. Not a big deal. Nothing really changed for SGW. Only changes which I've done is I gave him 450 intelligence, and all the rest points are going into strength. For the skills as well, magnifying slashes at legendary level. The second skill is vacuum wave, wind element. For QTE runes, so here is the first rune which I'm using is a wind element, thunderstorm. The second one is actually overshadow. It performs fast enough. It deals some damage. Good rune, no questions at all. For the blessing stones, nothing changed in compared to previous time. Bloodlust, reawakening, sharp perception, and weakness detection. So as you can see from my stats for SGW, 36k attack, precision, critical hit rate, critical hit damage, defense penetration, damage increase. I've improved the defense penetration by quite a bit, changed some cores, brought this parameter to a higher level. It helped quite a lot. So with SGW, that's pretty much it. In terms of gear sets, nothing changed. 4 pieces Curse, 4 pieces Expert. Now let's get through my teams. For Thomas, nothing changed as well. It is 4 pieces Curse, 4 pieces Outstanding Ability. For his stats, you can see here. Defense 32k, critical hit rate with overcrit around 9k. It's a, let's say, a requirement for the guild boss. The overcrit plays a huge role, quite honestly. For critical hit damage, you can see numbers. Defense penetration damage increase around 20%. This is also quite a lot, so his performance is really good. For my Isla, here I'm using 4 pieces Guardian set, 4 pieces Sylph. Also, I've placed all cores for damage increase, and I changed her sets a bit to increase her damage increase. So as you can see here, it's almost 41%. For the other parameters, actually critical hit rate, critical hit damage, they should be improved for future, but for now I was focusing mainly on damage increase. For my Ganhi, I have defense at 31k with 50% critical hit rate, again with overcrit by about 8,000. I should actually bring him to 9,000. This would be really good improvement. Critical hit damage 197 should be a bit higher. For defense penetration, this parameter I should also increase at least to 17-18% ideally. And for his sets, I'm using 8 pieces grid. This is really important for him in Team A because he's going to provide buffs for, again, Thomas and for SGW as well with this set. Now going to Team B, my Cha, and here I have quite a lot of changes. I mean, I received several copies of her, so she is now at A8. I also made her weapon to A10. For her stats, I replaced some her gears with Mirai's gear to boost her attack and some other stats as well. So she's at 30.5k right now with a little bit of overcrit, but it's not that important for her. She can be about 5k, that's enough. Critical hit damage is 194. Defense penetration damage increase. Here I actually can reduce a little bit her defense penetration and bring more points into damage increase to make it again around 17%. For gear, 4 pieces. Curse, 4 pieces. Expert, this one should be changed for future, but for now this is the best bracelet which I have with 2 attacks and all of the enhancements we're able to hit exactly attack, so I don't have better for now. Now with Min, he's at 55k HP, critical hit rate 50%, critical hit damage quite good, damage increase, defense penetration you can see. Ideally, again, I can bring them a bit higher to make him deal a little bit more damage. He is using 4 pieces Guardian set, 4 pieces Seal's Blessing. For my Akari, she is at 50k HP. She is with overcrit, critical hit damage is also high, damage increase you can see pretty much decent. I should bring her for defense penetration a little bit higher, and also MP consumption reduction 2300. I can say that's not bad. So yeah, for her mana management is quite important here. Why? Because as you can see, for gear sets I'm using one hit kill to reduce cooldown of her ultimate and to boost her ultimate by quite a bit, and also concentration of firepower to decrease her cooldowns of basic skills. That's important. Her cooldowns are quite high, so I believe this is an important one here. That's why for her mana management is quite an important one. Now going to Team C, and with Libor I have several changes as well. Her advancement, I believe it got higher by 1 copy, I'm not sure. I should boost her weapon as well, and yeah, improve her growth stats. For her sets, I've changed them. I had before 2 pieces toughness, 2 pieces curse. Now I have full set of curse. I mean 4 pieces, yeah. And 4 pieces expert. So her stats here. 28, almost 29k attack. Critical hit rate with a lot of overcrit because this is really important for her summons to actually deal more damage. Critical hit damage you can see here, defense penetration and damage increase. For her skills, I actually should improve this one and bring it to level 10 as soon as I can. Actually, let me show you my other hunters. So here you can see skills for Thomas, for Ganhi. He also should get some higher levels as well. My Cha, Ayla, Akari. Yeah, so now we're on Libora. Also for Min. Yeah, that's pretty much it for now. So now going to Choi. He's almost at 27k attack. Critical hit rate and critical hit damage are not important for him. He is mostly built with defense, penetration, and damage increase. You can see it here. His weapon at maximum level at A5. He also at A6 of advancement. For him, I'm using 4 pieces Guardian set, and I've changed accessories. Now he's using 4 pieces Obsidian. It improved his damage output quite a bit. For skills, you can see as well here. And for my Hansimi, 46k HP, this should go higher, but for her I was focusing a lot on MP and MP consumption reduction. The other stats, again, critical hit rate and critical hit damage, should still improve them. Defense penetration damage increase as well, but MP consumption reduction 2.8k. Also, for gear, I'm using 8 pieces Angel and White to increase damage of Thomas by 8% and concentration of firepower as well to reduce her cooldown to boost her skills performance. That's an important one for her, for sure. Also, I forgot to show you for my Cha, in terms of her mana management, as you can see, MP consumption reduction is 2.4k, and this should be a bit higher, around 2.6, 2.7. For mana, there are no issues right now. I should say she performed quite well. So for the cores, as you can see, they are far from being at maximum level for now. I have still a lot to improve. With cores, I'm trying to combine them in a way to balance all stats out to make all important stats at the required level and so on. This is pretty much the whole overview of my team setup. And now I'm going to show you a full battle. So as you can see, results pretty decent. I still have something to work about. This will take some time, but overall, quite a good improvement, I should say. Enjoy the full battle, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe, and see you guys in the next one. Take care.
My heart rages around like an ocean in my head, because there are so many things that I left unsaid. I can almost feel you walking in the distance, but I know that it's not reality. If you are echoing around inside these parallel dimensions all alone, know I'll find you in my dreams. My heart rages around like an ocean